Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCraft. Another very beautiful Saturday morning. And once again, we're back with our predictions right on this right channel. That's what we do. We always look at a few games, amongst many that's going on across the globe and, make our in-depth analysis on these matches before bringing it forward for you, all right? That's exactly what we're going to do. Yesterday we had a very good outing. We saw 5 games out of the 6 matches we predicted. Seeing success. We've been doing very well of late. This is 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row. We have been doing so well. And kudos to for us who play our games and win. All right, congratulations to you all. And today we go again, and we in a short while we're looking at the matches and making parties based on the statistics that we have on ground. But I want to use the opportunity to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the first time that are yet to subscribe to take our time to hit the subscribe button right now so that you will not be missing out on our games that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. All right, do that right now. All right, without further ado, let's to the business of today, and we'll be starting with the match in it. You know, um, in Spanish La Liga, where we have Leganés will be facing Atlético Madrid. Okay, looking at recent games for Leganés in the last 6 matches, they've been able to achieve 3 victories, 2 losses, but have had 1 draw. So, and Atletico Madrid is a very good side at the moment. They're doing so well. They've won the last 6 games that they had so far in a row. All right, and when you look at how these teams are fared on home and away basis, you can see that from home, Leganés have managed to achieve 4 victories, but have also had 1 draw and have lost 5 matches. As a matter of fact, the last 3 home games that they had so far saw them losing all 3 home games to Real Madrid, Sociedad, and Villarreal. And we side Atletico Madrid in the last 10 away matches have been able to achieve 9 victories in the last 10 away games. That to tell you how the good form these guys are at the moment. Atletico Madrid are doing so well. 90% of the time they've won in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And when we put all that together, noting the fact that on head-to-head basis, the last time they met was actually in the, October, and Atletico won that division by 3 goals to 1. And we expect to see Atletico winning as well in this very one, and it is our side to win out shortly. That's what we expect in that very game, okay? And that takes us to the next game that we have for you today. Also in Spanish La Liga, where we have Getafe, who will be facing FC Barcelona. And Getafe also, is a team that have been in good fine form. They've also had 4 victories in the last 6 games and 2 losses. And we side FC Barcelona, we see FC Barcelona also doing so well in the match against Madrid, and also in the Real Betis match scored up to 5. Barcelona have won 4 matches. They have had 2 losses in the last 6 games that they have so far. And when you look at how these 2 teams have performed on home and away basis, and playing from home, Getafe have been able to manage 3 victories and 5 draws, but have lost 2 matches in the last 10 away games that they had so far. And looking at FC Barcelona, their away side, they've been able to achieve 7 victories in the last 10 away games, 2 draws, as well as 1 loss in the last 10 away matches. All right, saw them doing so well in recent games, and the stats also favor Barcelona on the head-to-head statistics. So Barcelona also, beating Getafe in the last 2 head-to-head meetings. All right, when we put all that together, we will still expect their way side FC Barcelona to win this very match out shortly. It is a way to win. That's all about it for that very encounter. Okay, and that takes us to the next game for today. It is in Dutch First Division, where we have the Utrecht who will be facing the AZ. Okay, Utrecht in the last 6 have seen 4 victories, 1 draw, and 1 loss. And the AZ, on the other hand, also have seen 4 victories and 2 draws in the last 6 games that they had recent times. All right, looking at how these 2 teams have fared on home and away basis, we see that playing from home, Utrecht have won 5 matches in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 4 losses and as well as 1 draw in the last 10 home games that they have so far. And away side, AZ have been able to achieve 4 victories playing from away in the last 10 away matches. They've also had 4 losses as well as 2 draws. Okay, and looking at different games on both sides, you can see that for the home side, the last 3 home games have produced over 2.5, lots of goals, over 4.5, over 5.5 even. And the away side have seen over 2.5 in the last 5 away games that they have so far. And on head-to-head basis, you see that also they have also this very tie have actually produced lots of goals, saying that 8 times out of 10 these meetings have seen over 2.5. So we will go for over 2.5, a minimum of 3 goals, in this very encounter. That's what we expect. Over 2.5, that's our value for that very game. And the next game that we have is in Turkish Super League, where we'll have Gaziantep, a very fine team, coming up against Bodrumspor. And looking at Gaziantep, the home side, in the last 6 games, they've actually been able to achieve 4 victories, 1 draw, and 1 loss in the last 6 matches. And the away side, Bodrumspor have won 2 games. They've also won 2. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 6 recent encounters. And looking at how they fared on home and away basis, Gaziantep, the home side, in the last 10 home matches, have won 9 games out of the last 10 home matches. They've had 1 draw, and that tells you that 90% of the home games that they had so far in the last 10 matches have resulted to a win for Gaziantep. That tells you a lot about this very side. They do so very well when playing from home. And away side, Bodrumspor, playing from away, I've seen 2 victories, 2 draws, as well as 6 losses in the last 10 away matches that they have so far. On the head-to-head basis, last time they met was actually in August of last year. We saw Gaziantep from away beating this very side, but 1-0, and we would expect to see a continuous. Expect to see that Gaziantep also continuing this very run, winning this very side. It is the home side to win out, so I play this very one. That's our plan for that very game. Home win, that's what we expect. All right, and the next game that we have for you is in German Bundesliga, where we have Bayern Leverkusen who will be facing Borussia Mönchengladbach. And you're looking at Leverkusen in the last 6 recent games. I've seen Leverkusen winning very, very well, winning all the 6 matches that they had so far. And Borussia Mönchengladbach, I've seen 2 draws, 2 wins, as well as 2 losses in the last 6 games that they had so far. Bayern Leverkusen have done so well from home. When you look at how they fared from home, you see that playing from home, they've been able to win 9 games in the last 10 home matches that they had. They also had 1 draw. That tells you that they're flying at the moment, especially when they're playing from home. And on the side, Borussia Mönchengladbach, rather, have been able to achieve 3 victories in the last 10 away matches that they had so far. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost 5 matches out of those 10 away games that they had so far. And the last away game they had was against Wolfsburg. We saw them losing out to Wolfsburg by 5-0. And on head-to-head basis, we see that Bayern Leverkusen won the last time they met, which was in August, and they won from away by 3-2 on that occasion. So we will expect to see Bayern Leverkusen, who's stats here, shows that they're quite dominant on this very meeting, saying that they've won 8 times out of the last 10 meetings for both sides, and there's never been a time, Mönchengladbach tested victory in the last 10 meetings for both sides. So it is the away side, the home side, who is much more fancy to pick up the scores in this very one. It is our way to win out. Home to win out, right? Home side to win out, right? That's what we expect in this very one. And that takes us to the next game that we have. It is the last game for today. It is in the Dutch division, Dutch first division, where we have Williams will be coming up against Feyenoord. Right, Williams too have had 2 victories in the last 6 matches. They've also had 4 losses, and Feyenoord have seen 4 victories too and 2 losses in the last 6 games that they have so far. And looking at how this team's fared from home and away perspective, Williams have won 3 matches in the last 10 home games. They've had 2 draws, but have lost. They've also lost 5 matches in the last 10 home games that they have so far. And with side Feyenoord have been able to achieve 8 victories in the last 10 away games, and they've also had 1 draw and as well as 1 loss in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And on head-to-head basis, Feyenoord have been very, very dominant of this very tie. In the last 10 head-to-head meetings, Feyenoord have actually won 8 times, and they've had 1 draw, and Williams have only managed to win just once. That was in 2019. And the last time they met, they played out a 1-1 draw. That was in August of last year. But in this very encounter, looking at the form of the Feyenoord, we will expect the away side to take the scores in this very one. Away side to win out, so at least that's what we expect for that very encounter. And that brings up just for you today Betcraft to conclusion, which is very best of luck, and I hope you to get good screen. Also remember to play responsibly. These are football matches. They may not be exactly what it seems sometimes. Alright, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we definitely come up with our predictions right on this very channel. But until that time, keep winning.